Choosing a specialization in the final year of your commerce degree is like selecting the right lane on a highway. It determines the direction of your career. Imagine you standing in a food court filled with different cuisines. You know you're hungry, but deciding between Indian, Italian, or Chinese sometimes may feel overwhelming, and it usually happens when we are given a wide spectrum of choices. We tend to get a little confused at what to choose, and same thing can happen with you when you are choosing an elective. Choosing an elective is like knowing you're hungry, wanting to learn and grow, but feeling overwhelmed by the variety of options. Each cuisine or elective offers unique flavors, experiences, and benefits. Indian cuisine, rich, complex, and deeply rooted in tradition, like subjects that build on foundational knowledge, such as your finance elective. On the other hand, Italian, simple yet impactful, focusing on core concepts, similar to electives that enhance practical skills like your accounting and taxation. On the other hand, we also have Chinese, balanced, adaptable, and versatile, resembling subjects that combine creativity with structure, like the marketing elective. The key is to identify what excites you, whether it is the intellectual depth, hands on skills, or a blend of both, and how it aligns with your future goals. Are you looking for comfort, challenge, or exploration? The same applies when choosing an elective or a specialization. You have multiple options, each leading to different career paths. You need not to make an informed decision. This choice is significant because it influences job opportunities, higher education options, and most importantly, personal satisfaction. Therefore, understanding how to choose the right specialization in the final year of your BCom degree is essential for building a successful career in commerce. So, what are the different sets of factors that you need to take into account before selecting your electives? And these factors needs a proper scrutiny. Just imagine when you buy a mobile phone, you already have a set of predefined parameters, and only if the mobile phone fits into the framework of parameters you would decide to buy. You identify various factors before making a decision, whether it is the budget, the design, or varied features such as storage, camera, music, RAM, processor. So you're very clever in identifying the parameters before making an informed decision as to which mobile phone to buy. And similarly, you should not turn a blind eye and decide which specialization to opt for blindly. You have to do a critical scrutiny here and then come to a conclusion. This is as good as making a significant decision in your life. So be rational and be critical before making a choice. So, what I've done here is that I've identified a set of factors that you have to take into account before choosing a specialization. And I shall discuss all these factors with you in detail that will help you to decide which is the best elective or specialization that you have to opt for. One of the important parameters that you need to evaluate while deciding about the elective or specialization of your choice is to figure out what your strengths and interests are. Think about the subjects you have studied so far. Which one excite you the most? For example, if you enjoy analyzing financial statements, if you have passion for numbers, I would recommend accounting or finance may be the right choice for you. On the other hand, if you love creativity, if you love interacting with people, if you are somebody who always like to think and come up with new ideas, then marketing might suit you better. Consider a scenario where two students, Rahul and Priya, Rahul and Priya are in their final year. Rahul enjoys solving problems analyzing trends. So he chooses finance. On the other hand, Priya, which is more creative and enjoys social media marketing, opts for digital marketing. Your strengths and interests should be the foundation of your decision. Recognizing your strengths and interest is crucial when you are choosing specialization in your final year BCom. Selecting subjects that align with what you excel at and what you genuinely enjoy can greatly enhance your academic performance, engagement, and your career prospects. So, in order to do this reflection of what your strengths are and what your interests are, I've identified some very interesting factors. So, using these factors, you can assess your strengths and interests effectively. The first one is to have a self reflection and skill assessment. Start by reflecting on your academic journey so far. I mean, you have already spent a considerable amount of time in studying commerce subjects from your PUC or your 11th. You have been studying these subjects. So, identify subjects in which you have consistently performed well or concept that you grasp quickly. Equally important is understanding what excites you, the topics you find yourself exploring even outside the classroom. So, question to ask yourself: which subject have I enjoyed the most in earlier semesters? What type of assignments or projects do I find interesting? Is it analytical? Is it creative? Or is it strategic, which involves decision making? Do I prefer working with numbers, engaging in discussions, or solving practical problems? For example, if you excel in problem solving and calculation, you might thrive in electives like accounting or finance, or a combination of both accounting and finance. If you enjoy brainstorming ideas, storytelling, content creation, marketing elective with papers like advertisement, digital marketing may suit you better. What's also important is to identify your learning style. See, each one of us have our own style of understanding, interpreting, and memorizing things. We all have our own style. So, understanding how you learn best can also influence your choice of specialization. So, I'd strongly recommend you to identify your learning style. Are you a visual learner? Because visual learners may prefer subjects that uses a lot of graphics and data, like marketing. On the other hand, practical learners might excel in hands-on subjects. We also have theoretical learners, right? If you're a practical learner, I would recommend you to go for electives such as accounting and taxation. We also have theoretical learners who again prefer more of subjects which has minimal numerical questions. So I would again suggest you to take up specialization that is more of theoretical, such as marketing. So choosing the subjects that align with your learning style can improve comprehension and performance. And you know it better because I see a lot of students who are very allergic to numerical and practical subjects involving problem solving. And some students who love it, and there are some students who are not comfortable with learning a lot of theoretical concepts. So do an assessment, which is important, and also evaluate past achievements and experiences. Review your past subjects which you have already studied, and in case if you have done internship, then review your internship. If you have taken any part-time job, do a revision, or extracurricular activities that you have been involved in. These experiences often reveal your strengths. Example, in a stock market event conducted by your commerce association, or in case if you have taken part in any of the intra-collegiate or intercollegiate fest, and if you were always fascinated about investment, it's a clear indication that you have to probably opt for finance elective. If you have participated in debates, public speaking, organizational communication, negotiation skill, in that case, yes, it's an indication that you're more inclined and aligned towards marketing. So do an assessment and evaluate your past achievements and experiences, because that's a good idea as to figure out what your interest actually lies in. And also consider feedback from your professors, from your peers. Sometimes others can identify your strength you might overlook. So seek feedback from your professor, mentors, or classmates to understand which areas you excel in. Also, see what aligns with your career ambition, because you should ensure that the elective which you are trying to choose, it should align with your career ambitions. Your interest should complement your career aspirations. Ensure they align with the roles or the industry you want to enter. So it's very important to identify in which industry you want to make your career. If you are willing to start your career in banking, insurance, finance, then definitely you have to choose finance elective. But on the other hand, if you want to do advanced courses, professional courses in accounting, then probably choosing accounting and taxation elective might help you. But if you want to get into digital marketing, sales, entrepreneurship, then definitely I would say marketing is something which you have to consider. So see what aligns with your career goals. Don't blindly opt for an elective. I would recommend you to balance passion with practicality. While following your interests is important, obviously, but some electives may offer better job prospects than the other. So aim for a mix of subjects that align with both your passion and career goals. That is what attaining a balance is all about. To get data, probably you can also consult our placement department, because they will also give you a bird's view as to what kind of companies are coming, what kind of jobs are coming up. So that will also give you an idea as to which is the right kind of elective you have to choose to align that with your passion and career goals. So choosing elective that align with your strengths and interests ensures you're not only improving your skills but also enjoying the learning process. This combination increases your chances of excelling academically and succeeding professionally. What's also important is to explore career opportunities. This is one of the best parameters I would personally suggest for deciding your choice of specialization, because the choice of specialization should align with the career opportunities what you're seeking. Just as a traveler checks the weather conditions before setting out on a journey, a student must research career opportunities before selecting a specialization. Suppose you specialize in banking, or let's say finance. Suppose you specialize in finance. This opens doors to roles in banking, insurance, risk management, financial advisory, plenty of options. A student opting for marketing might prefer starting their own business, or working in a startup ecosystem, or setting up a career in digital marketing. The job market evolves constantly, and some careers are more in demand than others. For instance, with the rise of technology, fields like data analytics in finance and e commerce management are booming. Researching job roles, salary trends, and industry demand will help in making an informed choice. So, choosing the right elective or specialization in your final BCom should align with your career aspiration. Understanding potential career paths and the skills required for the roles will help you to make informed decisions. What I've done here is that I have developed an approach that would help you to explore career opportunities effectively, because this parameter is quite important. So identify career fields aligned with a BCom degree. The BCom degree opens doors to multiple career fields. Understanding the key sectors, industries, and roles available will help you identify which elective to choose. Finance and accounting especially opens the doors for careers in auditing, taxation, financial analysis, and investment banking. On the other hand, marketing, roles in digital marketing, brand management, and marketing research, sales, business development, uh, entrepreneurship is also aligned with marketing. But in case if you're mainly focused on finance, then definitely banking and financial services, and in this position such as credit analyst, risk manager, or financial advisor are some of the roles which are quite common. Research job roles and the requirement. Once you identify potential career fields, research specific job roles within those areas. Understand the skill sets, certification, and knowledge base employers are seeking. Example: if you are aiming at to become a financial analyst, then definitely you should be in a position to perform investment analysis. You should be good at financial modeling, risk management, and all these are taught if you opt to choose finance elective. On the other hand, if you're somebody who's very passionate about taxation and you want to become a tax consultant, then definitely accounting and taxation elective would be quite handy because you would be exposed to both direct and indirect taxes. But in case if you are somebody who wants to be a part of the emerging digital marketing industry, then yes, roles like social media marketer, designing SEO strategies, e-commerce management. These are the areas in which you can set up your career in. So, exploring job descriptions on platforms like LinkedIn, Naukri, or Indeed can provide clarity on qualifications expected for different roles. And looking at those qualifications, looking at the job description, you can easily figure out which elective to choose. Align elective with industry trends. Choose subjects that cater to emerging trends can give you a competitive edge. Industries such as fintech, digital marketing, data analytics are evolving rapidly, making specialized electives in these areas highly valuable. So therefore, see which are the electives which has incorporation of this latest trends. You have the complete syllabus available on your university website. So go through the entire content of the subjects under each elective and see which subject has an integration of some of the latest industry trends that can be an added advantage for you. What's also important here is that a lot of you may have aspirations to do further higher studies. In this context, also, it is important to see how the specialization can impact your higher studies. Choosing a specialization also affects future education opportunities. Suppose you aspire to pursue an MBA, your specialization should align with your future goals. If you are keen on becoming a chartered accountant, or whether if you want to pursue CFA, Certified Chartered Financial Analyst, a specialization in accounting and finance makes sense. Similarly, if you're planning for a master's degree in marketing, then definitely marketing should be your specialization. Imagine two students, Anjali and Vikram, both wanting to study abroad. Anjali specializes in international business, which complements her dream of working in multinational corporations. Imagine two students, Anjali and Vikram, both wanting to study abroad. International. Anjali specializes in finance, which complements her dream for working in multinational corporations. Vikram chooses marketing, which aligns with his ambition of working in global logistics firms. Thinking ahead about post graduation options helps in making a strategic decision. Your choice of elective can also support your future academic pursuits. And especially those students who are doing your professional courses or who wants to do professional courses in the future should also take this aspect into consideration. So if you are somebody who's already doing a chartered accountancy course or want to do a CA course, then definitely accounting is the most appropriate elective for you. But if you want to make your career in finance, you want to become a finance professional by doing courses such as CFA, Certified Financial Analyst, or you want to become a certified financial planner, you want to get into investment banking, then no doubt finance is the best elective for you. And those students who want to pursue your career in the area of marketing, then yes, marketing elective will definitely open up doors of opportunities for you. So, by aligning your specialization with your future area of higher education, can prepare you for professional exams alongside with your BCom graduation. So, therefore, I would say choosing specialization that aligns with these paths can build foundational knowledge, making advanced concepts easier to grasp for you. Some of you may also be preparing for your government or competitive exams, or who wants to get into public services or into government jobs. So take that aspect also into consideration. Certain specializations provide an advantage when preparing for exams such as UPSC, IBPS, or RBI Grade B officer's job. So definitely, I would recommend you also to take into account these factors. For example, accounting specialization supports preparation of SSC, CGL, RBI Grade B, and Indian Audit and Account Service examinations. Likewise, finance can definitely help you in taking up banking examinations, because finance specialization builds a foundation for IBPS, SBI PO, and other financial sector exams. So, choosing elective based on the job which you're seeking to make your career is also an important factor here. And we also have students who are taking into account international educational opportunities. So, certain specializations can open pathways to global recognized degrees and certification. For example, we have ACCA. A lot of you want to do ACCA, some of you are already doing. And there are aspirants who want to do CFA, CPA. So, if these are your choices, then I would recommend you to take into account finance and accounting elective. We also have a combination of both. So, that can also be quite a handy elective if you're aiming at these international professional courses. A tip which I want to give you is that while selecting your specialization, think about both short term goals, which is your immediate career plans, and also long term aspirations. These are your further higher studies education plans. A balanced combination of practical skills and conceptual knowledge will provide flexibility and versatility in your career journey. Since you have your internship coming up, one of the important criteria which you can use is also the experience of your internship and practical exposure. This is one of the best ways to test your interest in a specialization. Imagine you're unsure whether to choose finance or marketing. You can take up an internship in finance and then realize the dealing with various financial statements and other aspects. That experience solidifies your choice, right? So, similarly, somebody who's considering financial management does a internship at financial services firm and discovers he enjoys investment strategies. Practical exposure provides a reality check. It helps bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and actual work environment. Testing your interest through internship and practical experience is one of the most effective ways to assess your interest in a specialization by gaining real world exposure through internships, projects, and industry experience. Practical involvement may allow you to apply theoretical knowledge and evaluate your strengths and understand day to day demands of your chosen field. Now, the problem here is you have to first choose for your elective. Probably that's an immediate thing which you would be doing at the end of the semester. And later you would be going for your internship. So, this option you may not be able to effectively utilize because you have to first choose an elective and then you would be going for an internship. So, in that situation, I would ask you to do the other way around. Do an internship in the area of the specialization what you have chosen, if possible. So that will match your interest with the kind of practical exposure what you get in the internship. I just want to make some final comments before I could share with you the different options what we offer at Department of Commerce. See, selecting a specialization is not about following what your friends choose or picking the most popular option. It's about making a choice that aligns with your skills, interest, and career aspirations. Imagine standing at a crossroads with different roads leading to different destinations. Your choice of specialization determines which road you take. take the time to research, consult your professors, industry experts, somebody who's working in corporate world in your family and your relative groups. Analyze the future jobs market, and most importantly, trust your instincts. No decision is final. Many professionals shift careers later in life. One of the example is me, who after spending quite a time in the corporate world thought that I should pursue my passion and decided to venture into the world of education industry. And I always tell this to my students. Sometimes you take the right decision, and sometimes you take the decision and make it right. These are the two ways of decision making. So, therefore, make the right choice. See, at Department of Commerce, we have four options available for you. And these four options have been chosen by taking into account various factors. The choice of offering these four electives was done through series of serious deliberations involving academicians, which includes your professors, involving subject matter experts from different universities and colleges in Bangalore, involving people who are into industry, also your seniors are alumni. So these choice, what we are giving to you, it's being done by a careful deliberation and evaluation. And you have four choices. Choice number one is accounting and taxation. This is one elective. Choice number two is finance. Choice number three is a combination of both accounting and finance. And choice number four is marketing. So, in case if you opt for accounting and taxation group, you would be studying four papers. In fact, these four papers are common across all the electives. Two papers would be taught in the odd semester, which is your fifth sem, and two papers would be taught in the even semester, which is your sixth sem. So, out of all the papers, the six papers, what you would be studying in your final year, two paper would be your specialization or elective papers. So let's go through what are the papers under each group. So in case if you opt for accounting and taxation, you would be studying papers like advanced accounting, accounting for business decisions, corporate taxation, and also advanced accounting too. So under advanced accounting one, we have five units, which is common across all the subjects. Accounting of banking companies, accounting of insurance companies, accounting of electricity companies, and you end the subject by learning about the contemporary trends in the accounting field. And in accounting for business decision, this is more of a cost management, cost accounting concepts that you'd be studying here. So you have activity based costing, standard costing, budgetary control, relevant costing, throughput costing, and target costing. On the other hand, you also study taxation, and this is the only taxation paper you have in this accounting and taxation group. It is corporate taxation. So you would begin with some basic aspects in the first chapter, foundation to corporate taxation, followed by a detailed discussion on depreciation. You will learn how to compute business income of companies, minimum alternative tax, and you will end the subject with tax planning concepts. The last paper here is advanced accounting too. So here you would be studying conversion and sale of partnership firm accounting, accounting for employee share-based payment, NBFC accounting, investment accounting, accounting in the hotel industry. And those who are aspiring to choose finance as your specialization, you have four papers here. The first one is advanced corporate finance, an extension of what you had studied in your second year. So, in advanced corporate finance, you have risk analysis in capital budgeting, capital structure and valuation, dividend policy and valuation, planning and forecasting of working capital, mergers and acquisition. You would also study international finance in detail. This is an extension of your international business, what you had studied in your second year, but it's more focused only on the aspect of finance. So you would be studying introduction to international finance, international risk management, derivatives, financial markets from the perspective of globalization, international project appraisal. We also have a technology based paper, FinTech, So you'd be exposed to the fundamental aspects in the first chapter, foundation to fintech landscape, digital finance, cryptocurrencies, and blockchain. So these are some other chapters what you have in this subject. And then the last paper would be securities analysis and portfolio management, which would help you to give insights into the world of investments and stock picking and stock market. So, introduction to investment management, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, portfolio management, portfolio evaluation and revision are the chapters included in the subject. The third option is accounting and finance, which is a combination of the first two. So you have some papers from both the broader domains, some papers from accounting and some paper from finance. So overall, you have four subjects. The first one is accounting for business decisions. You have chapters like activity-based costing, standard costing, budgetary control, relevant costing, throughput costing, and target costing, something which accounting students would also study. And the second paper is something which finance students would study, international finance. Again, introduction to international finance, international risk management, derivatives, international financial markets, international project appraisal. You would also study advanced accounting, which is similar to what accounting students study, and also securities analysis and portfolio management, which the finance students would study. So, two papers taken from the accounting group and two papers taken from the finance group. So it's a combination of both, kind of a dual elective this is. And then you have the marketing group comprising of four subjects: consumer behavior and market research. And this subject includes the five chapters highlighted here: foundation to consumer behavior, consumer motivation and learning, socio-cultural environment, managing consumer dynamics, market research process. You also have retail management as your second paper, digital marketing, and services management. So under retail management, introduction to retailing environment, retail operations, technology in retail, legal and ethical issues in retailing. Under digital marketing, you have the foundation as your first chapter, foundation to digital marketing, search engine optimization and marketing, tools of digital marketing, e-public relations, social media marketing. And in your fourth paper, you have chapters like introduction to services management, service design, service demand and supply, service delivery, and service quality. So these are the different subjects of services management paper. Now, to finally conclude, I would say avoid these things. Don't take your career lightly. Choosing electives without considering your career objective can limit future opportunities. For instance, if you plan to pursue a career in finance, opting for elective related to marketing or accounting may not add much value. On the other hand, if you aim to work with marketing and sales related jobs, then definitely accounting and finance subjects may not align with your desired path. Always evaluate how each elective connects to your career ambitions to ensure your choice provides relevant knowledge and skill. Another mistake which you should not do is choosing elective based on peer pressure. We usually do this. We want to know which elective my friend is studying, which elective my group is studying. So that is not the criteria. Following your friend's choices without assessing your own strengths and goals can be detrimental. So therefore, selecting a subject based upon what your friends have taken or your friend circle has opted often results in disengagement and underperformance. Instead, prioritize subjects that align with your professional interest and aptitude. If an elective appeals to your friends but does not align with your goals, it's better to choose what suits you best. Another point is avoid subjects that cover material already included in your course syllabus. For example, if you have already studied finance in your core subjects in depth, taking an elective with similar content may limit exposure to new concepts. Another factor which definitely you should avoid of choosing elective solely for easy grades. I mean, there are students who want to score higher marks and they always want to figure out a way through which they can score these high marks in an easy manner. So that should not be your criteria. Which elective will help me to get more marks, higher percentage, not provide long term value. So choose subjects that challenge you while equipping you with valuable skills can have a far greater impact on your employability. So avoid the temptation to select electives purely for the sake of boosting your overall percentage. And also, don't ignore your personal interest. Choosing electives that do not align with your interest may result in poor engagement and low performance. Even if a subject appears promising for career growth, ensure you have a genuine interest in the topic. Passion driven learning often leads to better understanding, improved retention, and stronger results. Another factor which I don't want to talk about, but I am I just want to put it across because a lot of you also have the tendency of choosing electives based on who the subject teachers are, who's teaching the subjects. So therefore, this factor is something which I would recommend you should not take into account. So before I could say goodbye to you, let me do a quick recap. Before selecting your specialization, conduct thorough research, consult your mentors, your teachers, review the course content on the university website, identify subjects that align with your career goals, and also help you in improving your skill set and match your learning style for a well rounded and a rewarding final year experience.